Die Frage, die wir uns
The
stellen
question
müssen,
that
ist,
we need to ask ourselves is this: what demands do we have on our sunglasses these days? Well, that's relatively easy to answer. The legislator has clearly regulated this. It is perfectly clear that wavelengths up to 380 nanometers are UV light, and sunglasses must absorb UV light. Internationally, however, things are a little different. Scientists agree that eyes must be shielded from wavelengths of up to at least 400 nanometers. Why? We now know that cataracts, the clouding of the eye lens, are caused by UV and near UV light. Strictly speaking, wavelengths up to 400 nanometers are responsible. So this means that globally we require sunglasses lenses to prevent wavelengths of at least 400 nanometers from penetrating the lens. Technology has now progressed further. We have more knowledge and now know more precisely what happens in the eye. Light of up to 400 nanometers doesn't generally pass through the eye lens, it is absorbed, which is also the reason for cataracts. Wavelengths from 410 nanometers pass through the lens partially, and from 420 nanometers almost entirely. However, 420 nanometers is precisely the wavelength that damages the retinal pigment epithelium, part of the retina, the most, which means that the demands on our sunglasses are now even greater. Today, we want sunglasses that ideally let very little or even no light through of up to 460 nanometers. The justification for this is relatively simple. We now know that 420 nanometers causes the greatest damage to the retina and then reduces up to approximately 460 nanometers, coming to a more or less normal level. This means that sunglasses, sun protection lenses, should now ideally allow as little light as possible to penetrate up to a wavelength of 460 nanometers. There is a minor restriction. If the glasses also need to be suitable for driving, a small proportion of blue must ultimately penetrate the glasses. However, that doesn't matter because the higher the wavelength, the lower the damage to the retinal pigment epithelium. So you can accept a good compromise in this case. The practical advantage of these lenses is evident. We have maximum protection, and because wavelengths above 460 nanometers penetrate to a greater degree, we have excellent contrast vision. A second effect is that when you're going indoors from after being outside in the bright light, you no longer feel like you're in the dark. Our eyes can handle these conditions much more easily. Thank you.